Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Jeremy. Welcome to Polyphonic Press. And just a quick announcement, the podcasts are back. And if you click the link in the description, the first link, you can subscribe right away. And they will be back on Friday. So every Friday you will get a new podcast featuring, one artist instead of doing themes. I think that's better this way because I actually ran out of ideas for themes. But anyways, that's going to be the podcast, and they will be available every Friday. And I'm not going to be doing videos on Friday anymore. It's just too hard to keep up. So you'll get videos on Monday and Wednesday, and the podcast will be on Friday. And maybe eventually when I have more time, I will be able to do videos 3 times a week. But for right now, I just can't keep up. It's just too hard. So I'm going to be doing videos on Mondays and Wednesdays, and the podcasts will be on Friday. Anyway, today I'm going to be reviewing Through a Crooked Sun by Rich Robinson. Now, if you don't know who Rich Robinson is, he's the guitar player for the Black Crowes. They're currently taking a break, so it's a perfect opportunity for him to put out a solo album. This is his second solo album. His first one was released in 2004. It was called Paper, and that was when the Black Crowes broke up for the first time. They didn't really break up this time, they're just sort of taking a break. So this album starts off with a song called Gone Away, which was really just like a bluesy rocker type of thing. And it's one thing I noticed right away is it's very laid back. It's more laid back than most Black Crowes material. And the thing is this song I think was written for Rich Robinson's voice, whereas Paper, a lot of the songs on Paper were written for Chris or for another singer, and he was sort of forced to write the songs and write the lyrics himself, whereas this time the lyrics and the songs were all written together, and they were all written for Rich Robinson's voice. And that's very evident. It's similar to Black Crowes stuff, but it's not the same. It's just it's his own style, and you can tell that he's trying to do his solo thing. He's not trying to recreate the Black Crowes sound. This song to me has a very live feel to it. It was recorded with all the musicians in the room at the same time, which is really the best way I think to record, because especially if you're a band, he sort of assembled the band in the studio, and with the band playing all the songs live, you really get the vibe off of each other. There may be mistakes, but that sort of makes it human and makes the songs more appealing to me, rather than having it perfect. You know the musicians are playing off of each other. Lost and Found was a song that was very similar to Gone Away, with that bluesy feel to it, and it just has those loud electric guitars that you just can't help but fall in love with, because it's like a song you would play at a party or something to get the crowd going. It's got that feel to it, but the lyrics are very thought-provoking too, and very deep and meaningful, so it works on many different levels. One of the most interesting songs to me on the album is I Don't Hear You Anymore. It really reminded me of George Harrison's solo stuff in the early 70s, especially from the album All Things Must Pass, with the use of the 12-string acoustic guitar, and just the overall feel of the drums. The drums don't have much reverb on it, if at all. That very dry, dead sound that you hear in a lot of early 70s recordings. It was just a throwback to that era. And towards the middle of the song, it sort of fades out, and as it's fading out, this other thing kind of fades in. It's this sort of little psychedelic interlude that you hear, and it plays out through the rest of the song. It's a kind of different, and I certainly wasn't expecting it the first time I heard the song, but I think it's pretty cool that he's trying to not have the same structure in a song, and to sort of do something different, and do something that people aren't expecting the first time that they hear it. And that was really well done. Bye Bye Baby is definitely my favorite song on the album. It features that sound that I really love, which is the acoustic guitar mixed in with the heavy electric guitars. It features Waren Haynes from Government Mule and the Allman Brothers on slide guitar, and it just has this very easy feeling. And it is a breakup song, and it is a song about the end of something, but one thing I really like is you don't really know exactly what he's talking about, so it sort of leaves it open to interpretation for the listener. And that's what I really respect about songwriters, is they're not always upfront about what they're writing about, so they've gone through something, but they're not revealing everything about it, and you can leave it up to interpretation for the listener, and you can relate to it more easily that way. There's actually a really good cover on this album. It's called Station Man, and it's actually a Fleetwood Mac cover. And it's probably not the Fleetwood Mac you're thinking of, which with Stevie Nicks and all those people. It's earlier Fleetwood Mac with Jeremy Spencer. And this song, the harmony vocals on this song are sung with a female singer, which is perfect because it doesn't stray too far away from the original, which was sung with Jeremy Spencer and Christine McVie. And this song I think is perfect for his voice because it just has that easy quality to it that, you know, he's not a very forceful singer, very quite opposite to his brother, where Chris more or less screams in his singing. Rich is definitely more laid back and a little more introspective in his vocal performance. The album closes with a song called Fire Around, and it's another bluesy rock number, very much like Gone Away, and it sort of bookends the album, and it really ties everything up nicely, and any sort of loose ends are completed with this song. It really makes the record complete. It's a great way to end the album, and it just works as a closer. So production-wise, this album is pretty well done. It's very mixed, meaning not all the songs sound the same, which can work against an album as an entity, but I think it's okay on this album because all the songs are different in their own way. They're similar, but they're different. And so they're mixing to each song rather than to make it all the songs sound the same, which is, you know, pretty respectable because that's the way the album should be. So yeah, I really like this album. This is a really good solo album for Rich Robinson. A lot better than Paper. I think Paper was more or less, he was forced into it, basically because, you know, he tried to put together a band called Hookah Brown, didn't work out, so he just sort of on a whim made the solo album. And this time around, I think he really wanted to make this solo album for himself, rather than have the songs written for another singer and being forced into completing the songs. So I think this album works a little bit better than Paper on that level. So I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. High score, but I really like this one. So that's what I thought about the album. Let me know what you guys think in the comments or the video response. Don't forget to check out the Twitter, Facebook, and Last.fm and the website. All the links are in the description. Don't forget to subscribe to that podcast. It's the first link in the description. And if you'd like me to review an album, let me know in the comments or with a private message, however you can get in touch with me. And I guess I'll see you on Monday. Take care.